Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 6 Hour Reviews, and it is here. I have a box, and the box has my final case from my Moducase display. Really excited. I'm gonna be opening this up for you guys, building it here on a camera. Of course, I'm gonna speed things up because I'd be here for like an hour probably, and I don't want to do that. So, anyways, gonna be opening this up, building it for you guys, giving you a bit of a tutorial, a little bit of tips and tricks on how I did it and how I we'll continue to do it. And yeah, tips for cleaning, which were provided to me by Mario. Shout out to El Profi over there. He gave me this. He gave me the stuff to clean it, so that was cool. And yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna open this box up, and we're gonna take a look on what's inside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with everything that this comes with. And once again, this is the sixth 110 series, 6 series Moducase display. Yeah, this is pretty much everything it comes with. I will explain everything right now, actually. So you have your back frame. It says it right here. Everything's labeled, by the way. So this is the back frame, top bar out, and I'll show where everything goes once I start building. But you get all of this. You have some side frames. They're a lot smaller. As you can see, they're a bit smaller. You have some more side frames, which there's a difference between these. And once I open them and share them, I will let you know what that is. You also get some miscellaneous stuff to for cleanliness, to clean up wires and hide wires and stuff. Some weatherproofing as well. There's some of these little gasket looking things. These are weatherproofing for the glass, so that's pretty cool. But there's that, and of course you do get all of your materials you're gonna need: the screws, tools, all that will be in this black package, which is cool. And then you will have all of your acrylic stuff on the bottom, the base. You have some of your side panel acrylic pieces right there. You can see this right here. I'm gonna go ahead, take a lot of this out so we can see it a little bit clearer. So yeah, let's do that. All right, so upon taking this out of the box, if you look right here, you can see, once again, this came out of the box broken, which is unfortunate. I already emailed Brian about this as soon as I opened the box right now, about a couple minutes before starting to film this. But yeah, so this is the dangers of using or of getting, these things, is that they ship with UPS. If you're here in the States, they use UPS, I believe, and their warehouse here in California is the closest to me, and they use UPS, or as far as I know. And yeah, this is just unfortunate, man. It's super annoying. I believe this would be like the third case I have to replace, or the third acrylic piece I have to replace. It's just unfortunate. It sucks, but it has nothing to do with Moducase. Again, I know it's not them. I mean, maybe it could be packaged a little differently. I don't know. I'm not an expert on packaging stuff. I'm not a manufacturer, so I have no idea what would help remedy this. But it's unfortunate. I hope I get my replacement soon to kind of, fix this. So I might just have to move around some of these pieces, and yeah, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. It's just, yeah, UPS sucks in my area. So hopefully when you guys get this thing, hopefully it's not nearly as bad as this, because this is just, it's atrocious. But yeah, so this is the acrylic panel. I'm gonna go ahead, actually, yeah, I could show you guys exactly. This is the back panel of the case itself. You have the top panel, and of course you do have your base, which I will show in detail a bit later. But yeah, I'm gonna lay out all of the smaller stuff right here on the table. Let's go. All right, everyone, here we are. Everything is unpackaged and unsealed, well, for the most part. But yeah, so if you're wondering what that big outside frame is looking like, that's gonna be your front panel, and this out of the box will come a bit loose, so you're gonna have to use this guy. This will be your best friend during this entire build. You're gonna have to use this guy, tighten those up so they get a nice and rigid and flush, and I'll show a bit closer to explain what I mean. But you're gonna need this to tighten it because it is all loose and floppy. But it does come out of the box, you know, fully assembled already, the front panel. So that's nice. And yeah, I like that. What you're gonna want to do once you get to this point and get everything laid out, the first thing you want to do is make sure you grab these longer type screws in the package, and you want to make sure you grab the little washers, these washers and these screws. So what you're gonna have to do is start adding the screws onto these shorter frame bars. They are the short ones, the ones with, you can kind of see there's a bit of weatherproofing in there. You can see that little grommet in there, and then see the other sides don't have it. This side does has it. So you're gonna have to put those in with this. You can see the screw holes. So you're gonna have those 4 have that. And then these 2 extremely long ones also have the holes on the top. So you're gonna put them on all of these. There should be 6 total bars that you're putting screws and washers on, and I will demonstrate that in just a second. So what you wanna do is open all these up. Struggle here. Yeah, and it gets a bit messy, like guys, like it really does. There's no doubt about it. There's gonna be shit laying around everywhere and all that. So what you want to do is grab a washer, grab a screw, and what you're gonna want to do is put the washer on the screw before you put it on the bar itself. Just put it on there. It's a little bit tough sometimes. But all you're going to do, screw that puppy in there, and you're going to do it to both sides. There's 2 sides to each one, so you're going to want to do it to both. And the key here is don't tighten it all the way down. You're going to want to tighten it about like halfway, like that, and you're going to want the screw to look like this. You want the washer and the screw to look like this. This is how you want it on both sides. So go ahead, put all screws in all 6 of the bars that need it, and then yeah, we'll show you how to do it. So let's do it. All right, everyone. Once you go ahead and get all 6 of your screws on these arms, including the 2 long ones, the 4 of the short ones, 2 of the long ones, you're going to want to grab this piece right here. And this is very important that you pay close attention to this because I even messed it up a few times filming this. So you're going to want to make sure you get this piece right here. It looks like the double, arm bar, whatever you want to call it. And it has holes. So you're going to want to, I'm trying to get this to focus here. So you can see there's a hole right there and a hole right there. I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do here. So you're going to want to stand this guy up like this. As you can see, this hole right here, pay very close attention to it. You want this on your right side for now. You're going to want to grab one of these brackets and make sure that you can see that there's like a little weatherproofing inside. You want that facing down. So you want this facing down towards the table. And you're going to put this on the left side, just like this. And as I said, this hole on this arm bracket should be on the right side of you. And once you go ahead, grab your handy dandy little screwdriver right here. You're going to want to pop that in, screw it in nice and tight, and make sure it is flush. Flush. You don't want anything sticking up because then it's going to not sit right. And especially if you're attaching other Moducases to this, you're going to want to be very, very critical about how you butt stuff up. So nice and butted up. And as you can see, this back hole, it needs to be there because you're going to be attaching some of the longer brackets on the back side. So for now, without trying to confuse you, just make sure you start with this side opposite of this tiny little hole right there. Make sure you start opposite of that. Now what you're going to want to do is flip it over. Now you're going to do the other side. So you should end up with something like a U shape type of thing. So go ahead, get this in there. And like I said, remember, make sure the washer is inside the little slot. You don't want to make sure it's outside because it won't sit flush. So go with this on one side, make it easier for myself. And tighten this guy up here. So, like I said, nice and flush. Now I've got to make sure I follow my own rules here, even though it's difficult. Just like that. So now you should end up with a U-shaped type of bracket. And now what you're going to do is rinse and repeat that. Go ahead and pause there. If you got any questions for me, always comment below. And yeah, so this is what it should look like. You should have all of the holes on the left side or right side, however way you're looking. And yeah, you should be good with that. So go ahead, rinse and repeat that with the other two bracket sets. You should have 2 of these left over and 1 more of these. Go ahead, build those, put them together. All right, now that you have 2 of these little builds, you should have 2 of them. What you're going to do now is grab the longer bracket or the supports, the longer, really long supports. Grab some of these. You should have screws on them already as well. And what you're going to want to do is just attach it. And we're going to attach it on this side. So the screw head should be screwed in on one of these holes. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm facing the front screws away from me. I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece right here. And this one doesn't have any weatherproofing or anything in it. You just go ahead and screw it in. And yeah, so you don't got to worry anything about sides or any of that stuff here. I'm trying to just wing it here. But yep, just like that. So now you should have some sort, you should have a good 90-degree angle right there with 2 sides sticking up. And then what you're going to want to do is grab the other side. So put this guy down, grab this one, the second one, and yeah, now we're going to do this side. So you can even lay this down, do it however you want. And then you should be all right. So as you can see there, have it right here. And then you're going the real trick with this is the pain in the ass is getting this, the fender washer to actually sit flush. That's the hardest part, to get it to sit on the actual bracket nicely the way you want. And then you want to slide it in there. Get a screwdriver, screw it down, and then should be good like that. So now you should have a full on, what looks like somewhat of a case, So yeah, there's that part, and then we'll move on to the next. All right, now you should have something like this. And what that's gonna do is you should be able to put now the acrylic side panels on if you're gonna be using them. So what I had to do was get these out. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need these little grommets right here. I keep saying grommets, but they're not grommets. They're just weatherproof little strips. So you're gonna go ahead, take some of these out from the packaging. Just take them off. And you're gonna need at least 2 of them. So grab 2. And what you're gonna wanna do is pull this up here. Is you're going to want to put this right up in here, in this channel right here. This is not weatherproofed yet, right? So you're gonna have to dust-proof it with this, and it holds the glass as well. So just go ahead, put that in there, and just really press down on it, get it in there. They're kind of hard to put in, so yeah, that should be it, just like that. And that's how you weatherproof that. And then when you're ready, you're gonna have to go ahead, grab your acrylic panels like this, and this is gonna slide in just like here. Like this, sorry. So it would just go in just like that. Now, of course, you can do this. You do this when you peel the acrylic. I'm just using this as an example for now because I think I'm putting mine on the other side. But yeah, if you're just having, just this, you should put two of the panels on. But let's say you only have one side, like I do, because I have mine attaching to another Moducase. I'm only putting one side on. So once you go ahead, peel, you should probably peel a little bit off at least. You don't have to peel the whole thing off. I like to peel the whole thing off because it's a lot easier to work with. That this paper is so annoying to deal with. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, put this in, and then I'll show you what to do next. All right, now you have your acrylic pieces in. What you're gonna wanna do is grab the piece that says back panel on it. If I can get this to focus. It says back panel, and what you're gonna wanna make sure of is that these little corner pieces right here are on the bottom of the track. So what you're gonna wanna do is use the sticker for a reference if you have to. You want that on the bottom side of this. And you're gonna put it on the second piece, or the second slot over. So what I mean by that is, over here, if I can get that to focus. You see? It's on the second slot over, not the first one. So that's what I mean by that. It is on the second slot. And now what you're gonna wanna do is, as I zoom out here, kind of move out your way. You're gonna wanna make sure you grab this long piece with the screws on it still, the very last one. And what you're gonna wanna do is, that's gonna go on top of this case now to lock in that back panel. So what I mean by that is, you're gonna go like this. You're gonna make sure the washers are good, and then go right on top of that. Go on that side, and then even on this side. And then you want to get your handy dandy screwdriver, screw that shit in, and then it's nice and tight. All right. So like I said, you're going to be getting the screwdriver and just screwing this side in. And that's all good for this side. And this is what you should have towards the end. So now you have your acrylic panel in on this side, screws facing you, and yeah. So let's go on to the next part. All right, guys, for this next part, you're gonna wanna grab this top panel. And what's gonna happen here is you have more slots all along the inside here. And you're gonna make sure this side is facing down. And again, this one has corner slots on it as well. See how there's a cut right there? You're gonna make sure that goes on the back side of the case itself. So you're gonna slide this in nice and carefully. should go just like that. You notice this is white on the backside, so I wonder if they made it interchangeable, but that's what it should look like right there. And here's a little demonstration of me just sliding in that corner, and as you can see, that's the side that needs to go in, and then you should be good. All right, for this next part, you're going to want to unscrew all 4 of these screws from the front, because as you can see, the acrylic panel sticks out ever so slightly, and to make it easier for yourself for this next part, just make sure you unscrew these far enough to where the front panel will slide on. You'll see what I mean when you try to do it, and it won't work. But yeah, as I go here, I'm trying to put that front panel on. It's that full piece you get that comes in the box. It's a bit difficult to get in, all the 2 sides at once. That's the difficult part, because sometimes the washer wants to walk away. But once you get those first 2 in on the top, the bottom 2 should be pretty easy, because you don't need to hold it up. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of making sure all 4 sides are in. So I'm doing a little bit of adjusting at that corner, and then I just got this corner here. Alright, now as you can see, you're just going to go ahead and screw all 4 corners in with the Allen wrench. And you saw the gap before, and you just want to make sure that you close that gap. Make sure all of these are flush and secure. You don't want to over tighten it. If you over tighten it, you might strip it, so just be careful. Get it nice and snug. Don't go too crazy. And then yeah, just hit all 4 corners and you should be good with that. And the magnet should be facing you. And this little hole right here is for the set screw that holds the acrylic panel in. It's not necessary, but it's there just for extra safety. But that is the top of your Moducase. All right, I went ahead and put the case up on the top there, and now I'm going to set up the lighting, add in the final base that's been sitting there, and then close it up. And of course, we've got to join the 2 cases right there. So yep, I'm gonna do all that, and I'll show you how. All right, so I went ahead and installed the lights, but now I got to do some cable management. So do you remember these guys right here, this little thing? So this comes apart in 2 pieces just like this, and yeah, you can use this to hide your wires. So I'll show you how. All right, so I have the channel installed. It is just a 3mm sticky, like 2-sided tape that holds it up. And then of course it has the actual cover itself. This thing just covers that wire right there. So all you're gonna do is just, I can't do this with one hand right now, but all you gotta do is just slide it on and it covers this wire just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and run the channel, or run the wire in this back channel right here. And then it's gonna go outside through that hole, which is in the back panel. And then all this right here, this space, the black base that this comes with, will cover all of this. So you'll see what I mean once I get it all done and show you in this next frame. All right, folks, there it is. There it is. I did not join them yet. I'm still going to show that, but I just want to show you the final product of what it looks like once it's finished and clean. So that should be what the cover looks like on top of that. And then right here, it comes with these tiny little black pieces that fit right into the slots, and you can just hide the wire in there, as you can see. And it does a pretty good job. It keeps the wire in there nice and secure, and then it keeps it pretty clean. I mean, I have them on all of them. So, and then of course this right here, the base, the felt or a velvet type of base. It's very nice. It comes in really dirty, as you can see. Like I've vacuumed all the other ones, so it was a lot cleaner. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing for this, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it looks great. Like I said, it's just a little dusty and dirty. You gotta vacuum it. I vacuumed it for my other ones, and it came out really good. So yeah, this thing's pretty much ready to go, man. Just gotta do a couple more things, like join the 2 together right here. I did mention that in my last video, that it just goes together with 2 screws, 2 little I'll show you the pieces in a minute. I'll show you what they look like. And yeah, it's very simple, very, very simple. You don't really need too much instruction for it. And then of course you can also join the outside, which I do have to do as well, which is right here. As you can see, they're not quite lined up. I just got to join them together and they'll fix right up. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, do all that, and then show you what the final looks like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. I finally coupled these together, and they should be solid now. They're attached officially to the rest of my Moducases. And yeah, I just put 2 on the back side, and I put 1 on the front side over here. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You get these little tiny little clip things that you see, they have like a little bearing in there, and all you do is you slide it into the slot. And it just pops in, and then it holds, and then you can screw your screw in with the washer that it comes with, and then you tighten them together. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I'd say the hardest part is definitely building the frame for sure. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I got that all taken care of, and it does have it has other means of connecting these on the outside as well. I will try to show you that now. And yeah, just like that. So it comes with this little metallic slider thing. You slide in from the top, and then you stop it with your finger, and then you just put these little Allen screws that it comes with. It comes with all of this stuff. I didn't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to keep this video super long. But yeah, it comes with all this stuff in the black bag I showed you earlier. And yeah, so I put 1 there, put 1 on the back. And it's pretty solid, man. So now all that's left to do is put the acrylic on the front. But unfortunately mine is broken, so I won't be using that one. I'll probably move this one. Probably move this guy up, and then, you know, just move them up. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, because the 3 out of the 4 cases had some issue with my acrylic. So yeah. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching this far. And I hope this helped out in any kind of way. I know it was a bit weird in some spots with filming wise, because I've never filmed anything like this. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if I helped you guys out, great. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, like I said, DMs are open. The comment section's open. Just ask away. I'll try to answer the best of my ability. So yeah, just go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Till then, peace.